MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.
Welcome back to the Big Small Business Show. In studio with us today, we've got James Magagula. He's the founder and CEO of Wotatrix. And the question is about growth and how to get out of that comfort zone. And you spoke about earlier, before the break, you spoke about that personal touch. You spoke about the big guys don't give that personal touch. Now, I want to ask you a question. Okay, those are the big guys. You're the small guy. You give the personal touch. They don't give the personal touch, yet they are the big guy. Is that not a confusing conundrum for you, that they're big and don't give the personal touch, and yet they are big?
I think what you find is that our big customers is their small company customers. So they tend to neglect the small companies, which to us, they are big. I mean, if you're dealing with a old age home that has 5 branches, to them it may be small because they deal with the hospital, a chain of medical hospitals, which tend to receive priority. To us, what they look at small, to us is what we call big customers. So we tend to, at the point where we're in, we tend to attend to everybody with the hope that they are going around telling each and everyone that Wotatrix is where you should be.
And a bit of a weird question now. When they say, you talk about personal touch and you talk about all your clients, do all of them know who James is? Have you met all your clients?
I've met all of them.
Okay.
I went all out and greeted all of them.
Okay.
I personally took a drive, met all of them.
Okay. Another tough question now, because it's about growth. James, does James want to grow? Do you, at your essence, want to grow?
I think I'm at a point where I now want to grow. There was a point where I was afraid of growth, that I will end up neglecting the people that we started with. But I'm at the point where I have mastered the personal touch, that we can grow and grow with the personal touch.
I want to ask you, I'm going to make a couple of statements and then I want you to say which one resonates with you more. My clients want to see me. My clients want to see me, or my clients are happy just to know Wotatrix.
My clients are happy just to know Wotatrix.
I'm concerned that my staff will steal, if I get salespeople, they'll steal my clients. I'm not worried about my sales staff stealing my clients.
I'm not worried about my sales staff stealing my clients.
I'm worried about my staff stealing my IP. I'm not worried about my staff stealing my IP, intellectual property.
No, I'm not worried at all about my staff stealing my IP.
Okay. Right, I'll come back to those questions later. If you had to set up a sales department right now, how would that work? Who would they report to? Would they report to you? Would you set up a sales manager and a sales team? How would that work? Have you thought about that?
I think because we've never had it, the one that we had didn't really become the sales department.
Yeah.
So I would still set up to report to me directly. As I would still want to keep in touch and know exactly that the culture is maintained. I wouldn't want to lose the culture. So I would still want them to report to me, most probably in a long time. Then from them, appoint a sales manager, which will still maintain the sales culture.
Okay, so one of the earlier questions I asked is, how does growth look like, right? Is it more branches? Because you've got these old age homes and you've got chains of old age homes, etc. But if you grew, would it require more branches, do you think?
Most definitely, yes.
Okay. And how many branches do you have now?
2.
2. And how often do you visit, let's call it the other one?
I'm in Eastern Cape twice a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what controls do you have in place in terms of from a quality perspective, from a stock perspective? What controls do you have in place?
I've got a dedicated quality person that we've employed a year ago.
Yeah.
She looks perfectly just on quality. And then I try not to keep stock because there is no fixed intake from customers. It sometimes there was a time where I was overstocked, and for the company of my size, we don't want to have money locked somewhere.
Yes.
We want the cash flow. So I tend not to keep stock. I keep as minimum as possible.
Why have a branch? Why physically have a branch? What's the need for a physical branch?
It is the geography.
Yeah.
We got an opportunity to be in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
It was kind of difficult to service it from Gauteng. We tried servicing it from Gauteng, but we needed to leave Gauteng for a week, and I had to book the guys in hotels that side, which was a cost that equated to having an office, having a branch that side, which when I weighed the options, it wasn't working well. And the customer service suffered a bit. And to bring the branch closer to the customers worked for us well.
Does James enjoy managing the business?
Very much.
You like it?
Very much. I'm hands-on.
Yeah, I know. What I can see you smiling as you're saying that.
Yeah.
And what about managing do you enjoy?
I've always liked to manage a business. And when I see change that we bring, when I see growth that I don't get to see in numbers, I see a new customer comes in, I see emails, I get copied in most emails, I see emails from customers, I see emails that say, we are happy with you guys, we are doing great, we are extending our contract. That alone gives me excitement, and I get to see that firsthand. I don't get told in a meeting. So that makes me smile when I see that. And then even when we go wrong, I tend to be the one that goes and say, listen, we will fix this.
And which part of managing don't you like?
I don't like when I have to attend to problems. I try and prevent problems. I don't like fire extinguishing. Nah.
Your relationship with debt, good one, bad one. You're happy to go into debt. You don't like to go into debt.
I learned late, very late in life and in business that I'm in, that actually I had to go to debt. I tried not to, but I struggled a lot to grow the business. There were some things that I needed to compromise. I then learned when I was doing these courses, small courses, that you got to be friendly with that. Just make sure you service it.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm learning to say I can live side by side with that.
Cool. All right. I think, James, we've got enough, and we're going to take a break now. When we come back, I will give James some things to think about. Stay tuned.
MTN SME Hub. Link to growth. Link to success. Link to the ultimate resource for business advice and insights.